So what?
Post!
Holy crap.
What?
It's like we were like 3 times louder than it should have been right there. Just
Yay.
slamming into my brain. Anyways, hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of RWBY Heroes Jumpchain. I think that's how we labeled it. Is that RWBY Jumpchain Heroes?
I don't
Sorry,
know.
Thieves What? Reversed order.
Why don't you just say Heroes Jumpchain?
No, because it has to be RWBY, because we're in RWBY. Anyways, so, last episode, Ron did the literally nigh impossible, not completely impossible, but nigh impossible, of breaking Adam's sword, which in theory should be able to take pretty much every single bit of force and redirect it. And yet couldn't.
But of course, I'm an epic badass and decided, you know what? I don't play by the rules of your world, so fuck you.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, right?
A little bit, like it was super weird, but you know what? We're going to keep it that way. Anyways, so we were. You guys just got out of the bar. Corin said that he had to go and check up on some stuff in Mistral, and by that I mean he looked at you guys, said, "I don't go Mistral. Don't kill my people," and walked out into his.
So
warehouse.
does that mean that we kill his people or what?
Feel like it means not.
I'm confused.
So Lilith, last episode, which you completely and utterly missed in every way, shape, and form possible.
Wait, was I asleep?
Yes.
You might have been.
You were asleep so hard.
Oh yeah.
Okay, if you have to ask, was I asleep? The likelihood is yes.
I couldn't remember if I was asleep or I just couldn't go.
No, you were there. You were just asleep. They dragged you along for the ride, probably. So
Oh, so,
Hmm?
I have blanket, right?
yes, yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Can I
Blanket.
move?
You can move, but you're inside of an alleyway.
No. Sin, remember how I left off? being
All right,
unable
can
to
you move? That's a good question. No,
I'm having to ask.
no, you can't. You are
Crap.
in so much pain. Your legs feel like someone took a battering ram and then took a Ron and then combined the two and then started beating your legs with the force of 1,000 women.
Yeah, because last time we left off, it was the bunny chick that Ron nearly got killed, almost harassing. Because he was going to put out
Twice.
the fire.
Say the truth. Well, actually, I didn't harass her. It was victim of circumstance.
I mean, I don't, in person, I don't disagree with you. In game, Buck just would look at you like, you're an idiot, and continue on his day.
Yes, I know.
Anyway.
What else is new?
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
nothing, honestly. So, yeah, it was that Bernadette and the weird rabbit chick were coming down the alleyway because, giant fight has suddenly stopped.
Right.
And I'm trying to get clothing. Help.
Lilith, do you help the
Because
poor,
I'm-
unfortunate Walrus?
Who is the only thing that he has is a toga.
Soul.
Would you roll to see if I have anything to help me or to help me?
Yeah,
instead?
sure. Hold on. So, I'm just go ahead and say that you looked at him on the ground wearing only a blanket. Just walked away. You were very uncomfortable at the sight of this. Warris's pleading did not help. Oh my god. Yeah, so Warris was pleading, begging you help, and you just turned around and walked away. Oh,
Who died?
apparently she
Oh, God,
doubly walked out. You okay? Well,
Died.
hi.
Like I said, she dead.
Can you hear Warris again? Warris speak?
I
No, I can't hear.
Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear Ron, just not Walrus.
I can be hard.
What
Your
did
Discord.
you say, Ron?
I can be hard, yeah.
Please don't make me laugh again.
I think he's saying her.
I'm all about that,
I think he's attempting to say hurt.
Yeah.
No,
So
but it sounds like he's saying.
No, it's not, but it's like boiled. It's like the boy.
are you really gonna
Are
get him
you
the
still
I would-
fucking upset about my boiled peanuts?
You said it right this time. You said it right.
Yeah. Yes, because I was specifically trying to say boiled peanuts for you.
Yes,
But
thank you.
normally I would say
My heart has been filled to the brim with happiness.
I still don't understand what's with you and ball peanuts, but
And now it's dead.
I know, right? It's seriously, we're saying it the right way, the Cajun way, or in your case, the Southern way. You say it as
Legitimate.
boiled peanuts.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I say ball peanuts, but it's just like, what's the difference between ball?
English, I love it.
I legitimately, and we could play us back in the video. I heard bald. Not even fishy. It's just like ball. It's like you
Ball.
took half of ball and you just continued.
Shit, I didn't-
What was that one? Well,
I'm gonna get
Why?
because I didn't work out. Practice was optional, but coach said if we could go, we practice on our own.
you don't want to watch the horrors that shall be pronounced?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Anyways, so continuing on the story. So Lilith looked at Warris's body on the floor, or in the alleyway, I should say, and then looked back at the literally like 50 White Fang members that are currently sprayed out on the floor, all knocked out hard, and then looked back at Warris and started walking away.
Come back, please.
You
I can't move.
Was that up?
That was not what I would have done, but okay,
Well, you rolled a
Sin.
2, so...
I asked if I had anything to help him, not if I tried.
Alright. No, you don't have anything on you that could help him. You do have, a sword.
Please do not cut off my genitals. I need those.
Wait. What?
What?
I'm trying to think of what I can do. Is there any fabric in the room at all?
There's a lot
no,
of
we're in an
unconscious
alleyway, huh?
people.
Can I steal someone's jacket?
Yes.
Just yeah, sure. Just take someone's clothes. Why don't you?
So it just walks over to a guy, grabs a jacket, walks back Wars, and just throws it on him.
Thank you.
There. I have done my part for the day.
Okay, where's Ron?
Wait,
Yeah, where am I?
on the bottom right.
Ah, here we are. No,
Can I
I mean,
telepathically
as
yell
in,
for Ron?
what am I doing at the
Oh,
moment? I don't
well, at
know.
this moment in time, you just watched Glinda run off towards where you imagine Adam went, could get judging by the massive quantity of blood that is covering the ground in that direction. And, yeah, you just look around, you see Lilith coming out of an alleyway with a horrified expression on her face. And you imagine that's where Wars went. Well, you hope that's where Wars went.
You hope that's where he went.
So, whoops, I dropped my phone. So what would you like to do?
Well, I have this blade here, alright? The part that was taken from him, and there's a lot of military. I'm guessing the police have come by to start investigating, right?
I mean, a few bits and ends. Let me check. Let's see. If it would roll, you want...
You think
Nope.
Somebody would have
No, a single
Or
police
not,
member
you
has
know.
come by. You imagine that there
Well-
are some sirens somewhere around you, but...
Well, either way,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take an initiative and just assume that my guy's like, okay, we might want to get out of here before someone comes around and starts asking questions. Also, I have a piece of metal to investigate.
It's a very nice piece of metal. I mean, it's like red. It looks really nice, and you can vaguely feel it vibrating slightly. You imagine this is what gives it its ability to absorb force, but yeah, it's vibrating slightly, almost unnoticeable.
Ah, in that case, I have discovered a new type of metal. I shall call it vibrator.
Rod, no.
Ron, yes.
Run, yes!
That's the entire series. It's just me and Corin over here like, Ron, no. And then Walrus is like, Ron,
Ron,
yes.
yes.
And Ron's just over here, Ron, yes.
That's
But still,
honestly pretty accurate.
so I'm gonna go up to one of these houses and I'm gonna open up the door to open up my the
Yeah.
the storage area. And I'm just gonna like whoop, in you go.
Wait, what are you?
Toss it
You
in.
just okay? You're throwing the sword in there, and not the
Yeah,
giant
the sword
golden
piece.
axe you stole.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep that too. Might
She's
come in
gonna-
handy, you never know.
Kill
You
for that thing.
stole
Alright,
somebody's axe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it because it was useful. You never know when I'll need it again.
Are you guys kleptomaniacs or something? Because you guys keep stealing everything.
Sin. Look, I've been playing a Bethesda game recently. Forgive me. I'm becoming
Okay.
That's
a
fair.
pack rat.
Ron, okay, Sin, I only steal hats.
And food.
Unless I'm told to do otherwise. I don't steal food. Bernadette provides me food. I don't have to steal food if I don't.
That's fair.
Besides, Sin, in 10 years I'll be gone anyway. So
So you hear. Speaking of, Bernadette comes out of the Get some sap. By the way, I have in fact now watched Helsing Abridged. I now get that reference, and damn is it good. Everybody's watching, go ahead and watch that, because, oh boy, it's so nice.
Yeah, it took him so long, but he finally went and watched Helsing Abridged.
It took me so long to go
Now I
through
can-
the entire damn series. Which whole
Yeah,
series
it
is
took-
long.
It doesn't take. Yeah, but it's a good series.
It
so
is. It's a
good
really
one to
good
watch.
series. Like I was really amazed by how good the abridged, the ultimate is, and then abridged just made it better. Like, goddamn. Anyways,
Anyway,
sorry, a little bit of a rant there, but yeah. So Bernadette comes out and she looks around the area, namely at the probably like 50 unconscious White Fang members, sighs deeply, and starts walking over to where Warris is. Peeks ahead in. Hey, you don't look comfortable.
okay, I'm not inside anywhere. I'm in an alleyway. Well, she just like peek her head around the corner, hoping that my corpse is not there. I look her. I attempt to look her in the eye and move. Can I move at all?
You can move your pinky.
Lilith, can you tell her that I'm okay? I just can't feel my lower or upper torso, and I think I broke my jaw.
He's not okay. We probably need medical attention.
Look, I need pants first. I am not string beaning it tonight. I am not pulling the Russian run.
I love how Love gave you a jacket, but not pants.
To be fair,
It's covered. It's a very big jacket.
to be fair, I do have the blanket that could function as a
Wait.
toga.
Sin, I forgot.
still.
Don't I have the ability of disguise? I just have a suitcase full of clothes.
Let me see.
Don't we all have an extra change of clothes?
At least I think
You
I
guys
have
do
that,
have your
so I can
school
just give him
clothes and normal clothes, and you do have disguises, Ron.
Okay, good. So the suitcase that my sword changes into,
Mm-hmm.
I open it up and I'm like, here you go, have a pair of pants.
Do you drop
Somehow
it
it's
on his
like-
face?
Can it somehow be like my pair of pants?
Yeah. Do you drop it on
Hang
his
on, let me
face?
roll
Or...
to see it.
Oh my god, Morris. Roll your
Why?
table.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
no.
assuming, Ron, you drop it
What
on
have
his
I done?
face.
Of course I do. Why would I drop it anywhere else?
What is that? Half aura and physical for a turn? Let me.
I don't know.
But either way, it's probably not, it's not
Oh.
even gonna be worthwhile. So
That is, in fact, what it says. Well, you all feel
Literally, that's
immensely
this-
drained now. Kind of pain.
I hurt all over.
You all feel very sluggish now.
So, guys,
Bernadette, to her credit, does not even look different. She looks kind of annoyed.
Sin.
Huh?
Sin. Did she ask?
You imagine she's mostly annoyed because Ron stole her weapon, and she looks around. Can I have that back?
I have one back.
The axe.
What axe?
The one that is very clearly on your back.
Well, no, Sin. Remember, I put that in my storage.
Oh, right. The axe.
So I'm just like, I just look around. I don't see no axe. But that 4 was to show if she believed it or not. She knows I have it somewhere.
Would you like to tell me where my axe is?
Is the music gonna roll again? Yeah, I think I shoved it up my ass. You wanna check?
Rod, no.
Ron, yes!
She cracks her knuckles with a very intimidating look. No. And looks back at Forrest. Are you gonna get off the floor?
Can I get off the floor?
Well, you can move a leg now. You only have one, but you can move your leg now.
You know, I just realized something.
Okay.
Come on.
What was that one?
I go over to Buck. I'm gonna I inspect the Buck. Do I find out what's wrong with him?
He's exhausted and also beaten to a pulp.
I
Okay.
exploded during that, you idiot. What do you think my Wait.
Oh god.
I lost my suspenders during all that. Man, those were expensive.
So I'm gonna roll, and whatever I get decides what my thing's gonna be. Oh, good, nice.
Perfect.
Yes, okay. So the 10, that's gonna be just like, okay. So I bend down, I look him over, and I pat him on the head. I was like, there.
What?
I look Ron dead in the eye. I attempt to move my head to look at Lilith. I'm going to kill him with a spoon. I'm going to kill him with a
Dilly,
spoon.
do you happen to have the aloe vera on you?
I don't know. Let's
Attempt to
see. I can do it myself,
Oh, okay.
Sin. Hang on.
Double click, don't worry about it. You probably do somewhere.
Well, okay. So you find that. I'm gonna go back to what's the place called? What's our academy called again?
Beacon?
Okay, good. I'm going back to Beacon Academy, guys.
Ron, no. Ron, you ain't going anywhere. You were not leaving me in the buff as Buck just, swings the arm, revealing his back and butt cheeks, and grabs your leg. I am not
No.
I'm not being left with my boss and somebody else who's going to kill me one of these days because I allowed you to do something dumb. You are
So I'm
staying
looking
here.
back at you. I quickly have to avoid from looking at the shiny cheeks, and I'm like, "You want me to slap your ass?"
Buck looks at you and just goes, "Try me."
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Dear God.
I give it a big old smack on the ass. like,
Jesus
"Alright."
Christ.
Wham!
That was out of 100. I accidentally rolled 100, but I'm gonna roll with it. You see,
You just hear for a brief moment the mighty slap, and then everything goes silent. And then Buck does what he does.
I think we broke Sin.
Hey, Buck, you was asking for it, okay? So
I can't.
I think I broke Sin.
Sin.
Oh, I take off my glasses. I'm tearing up so hard. Oh my god. Oh my
I think we broke him hard this time.
god.
hey,
What is
I made
this?
someone laugh uncontrollably because I cried. My job here is complete. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
I think we actually broke Sin.
Oh.
We broke him even more than saying bald peanuts.
Oh. Oh.
I see. He doesn't laugh as hard as I do when he's broken, but my Jovi, he laughs hard.
You can just hear the amount of giggle in his laugh.
I said, just imagine, shift and.
And you see it wobble too. It ripples across the cheek.
Just a good old.
My
Hey, I
everything.
told you, you didn't let go. I was gonna slap that ass, and you pushed it. I wasn't joking.
Okay. Oh my god. This is so bad.
I mean, this episode had no direction. So what do you expect from me?
Oh. So, Morris, you start
Okay.
going crazy, I imagine.
So yeah, Walrus, just stay what you're gonna say.
Oh my
Because
god.
the GM.
So you do that, and you feel Buck just.
You're dropping
Buck
your
is
weapon,
angry.
Morris. You're dropping your weapon.
All you see, all you hear is a swing noise, and you hear, and Buck's still got your leg in his hand. You see him just twist your leg, so you're probably on the ground now, and he's just doing push-ups as hard as he can.
Whoa! I'm just on the ground, and I'm not so this is something we're doing.
Well,
Let's see.
well, you just watched a grown man that you've known for, in this timeline, 3 years now, just straight up look at another man who latched onto his leg, his butt cheeks on display, and just slap him. And then
I can hear her off in the background dying.
and they get dragged to the floor, and the other man, who is no longer wearing his toga, just start pushing up and bouncing on the ground.
Then I turn around and leave.
She's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
See, the true question is, how does Bernadette, Bernadette and Lilith as, do they just look at each other, is my question. For you, Lilith.
Bernadette looks
Yeah,
at
pretty much just look at each other and then at the same time turn around and leave.
Bernadette pulls out
just-
a envelope and throws it at you. It actually lands in the ground and sticks in the ground, which you're not quite sure how, considering it's
Oh,
paper,
wait.
but
Wait, no,
Yeah.
Sin. Better yet, she takes the envelope, she tosses it, and it lands right in the middle of the buck cheeks,
oh god.
and just gets it's just there. It's just he's holding on to it hard with his ass.
Oh god, the horror.
What? Pardon?
So your
Hold on.
butt cheeks are on full display, and you're doing push-ups. Bernadette tosses a folder at you, and it lands right in the middle, right in the crack, and you just latch onto it for dear life.
I don't think that's possible right now, mainly because probably my muscles don't have much movement, and this is the most movement they'll have.
Yeah, but he rolled an 18, and I'm using it
Oh
because I'm
god,
taking
the
control of the
floor.
story for a tiny second because it's funny.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I'm very glad it wasn't a 2, but okay.
Oh god, if it was a 2, you know where
So
else it might
Walrus,
end up.
as he's staring at Ron, immediately falls to the ground from push-up and slams his face into the ground. Oh.
Can I at least get the pants on?
Oh yeah, I did give you a pair of pants.
Roll
so
D20.
if you want to,
No.
anytime.
No, it's right next to you.
You're just
Can I get
too
the
busy
toga
doing
on?
push-ups. I'm gonna.
Can you?
I'm
Roll
gonna
another
roll- I'm
4.
gonna roll-
Alright, yes, you're able to get the toga.
Okay, cool. Can I stand up now?
I doubt it, but try. No. You,
Can
Can
I
I
stand
continue?
up?
your
I'm gonna try to
everything is
stand up.
broken, Walrus.
Damn.
Can I at least
Ron's in
continue
pain.
to do push-ups?
Yes. Somehow you cannot
My
stand
poor
up, but you are
toes.
doing push-ups and attempting to intimidate Ron with your push-upping skill.
So is he trying to T-pose for dominance then?
Kinda.
In a sense.
Ron, push-up
It's more or
attack
less
against
his
him.
brain's just a mess.
Go, Ron, use push-up.
So I am just done. I'm gonna kick him in the face and tell him to get off.
You attempt
Buck,
to.
just... No, Ron, Sin, I've got this.
Oh god.
You attempt, you kick, Buck lifts half his body. He's got his perfect position. You can see the swing. He lands on your leg and continues to do push-ups
Oh my god, the horse.
underneath Buck.
His whole body just rubbing against your leg.
I'm gonna kick with my other foot, or try to. I'm gonna try to shake him off and kick him with my other foot.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh no! I kick him in the face. He goes off and slaps the lift.
Oh my god!
Wait, why am I doing that?
Because attack a random team member.
Or it's roll 1d2. 1 is low, 2 is war. 2 is actually no. Roll 1d3. 1 is low, 2 is Ron, 3 is Bernadette.
Oh,
I
God.
don't want to slap Bernadette.
I know.
Get a 3. Get a 3. Get a 3.
All right, you slap Ron.
Mm. Damn it.
Oh, it would be amazing if you just stood up, toga gone, and slapped Bernadette. The horror is big.
Oh, no.
I would be...
So, can we just get on over to Beacon now? I want to investigate the vibrator.
Oh, God.
Wait. Can I finally stand up?
Yes, you were finally able to stand up. Roll d20, see if you kept your toga.
Please let me keep it.
You did manage to
Yay!
keep your toga for once.
You kept it on at least in the down area. It's
Alright.
not on your top.
To be fair, Buck don't need a shirt. He can just pose.
I love how Lilith
You-
gave you
hang
his
on,
jacket and
hang
you're
on,
just like,
rolling.
nah.
Rolling. I pose.
My strength is returning, Sin. The power of
I'm
posing
posing,
compels you.
Bernadette
My
sighs
pose.
and
I
looks
use
back
my
at you.
I use my manly pose to transfer energy to Walrus.
Bernadette sighs and looks back at two of you. You got mail, and it's not good mail.
Yes, I know we're male. What are you?
Buck just like reaches around. You hear a popping noise, and he just opens the note. What does it say, my dear Sin?
Well, on the top it says, "This is a message for the jackass that killed one of our teammates. We dislike you."
We killed one of them? Who'd
In
we
the
kill?
body of text it says, "So, by any chance, do you remember the train where you murdered violently one of our teammates by suffocation, and while most of his body was, destroyed from the inside? Remember that? Yeah, we do. We do.
I don't. I don't remember.
That was during
none of
time
this.
lapse
I just
episode.
want to go. I just want to go look at my vibrator. Damn it!
Buck looks at you as you're yelling that in his ear. And he's just like, Let's see. He slaps you across the face and goes, "This is more important than your pleasure time, Ron."
No, the sword part that I broke off from that one guy.
Oh my God.
The metal, it's constantly vibrating in my hand, so I call the metal vibrator.
Why not just call vibranium?
But everyone would have called it vibranium. I'm me. I can't call it vibranium. I'm gonna call it vibrator.
Why not just call it vibration?
That's too smart.
You know what, Ron? How about this? After this, we go to a store of fun, and I buy you what you want, whatever it is.
No, look, I don't want an actual vibrator. I want a vibrator.
You don't get my implications here.
Oh yes, I get your implications very well. I just don't want one. I want a vibrator.
Buck is slowly becoming more and more confused as she just looks at Lilith in some form of "help me convince the moron."
Look, I already have my vibrator. I just want to go figure out how to attach it to my big sword. Okay.
Lilith, are you
Ron.
still awake by any chance?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Just wondering, you know.
The mother here. She needs to. We need the mother.
Can I just like grab them both by the ears and leave? Is that a possibility?
Roll and see.
Alright, let me see.
Okay,
you
Oh my god.
So you look at Lilith, almost pleading to get Ron to understand what you're talking about, and she walks out to you both, grabs you by the ears, and starts dragging you back to your airship to Beacon.
Well,
Yeah.
is there anything else like a location to meet them at or something?
Hey,
Or
in
they
the
coming after
in the
them?
note, it's like, so we are part of one of the one of the families inside of Vale. We dislike you heavily and greatly, and we wish to meet you. Well, our leader doesn't, but we do. Would you like to meet us at, I'm just gonna say, that portion.
Sorry, can you? I have my thing like super
Yeah,
zoomed.
sorry,
if you
it's on the left. Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
That place.
I look at the note. Do I have a lighter by any chance?
Yes, I think. Probably something akin to a lighter.
Like, as Lilith's dragging me, I would not doubt they have somebody watching me as I just caused mass destruction even in front of my own establishment, or my own working place, and I just pop out the lighter, flick it open, and just on the paper, and just, as it burned, I just flick the lighter, put it back, and I just like, up and down my arms, like, toga, toga, toga. Like, I just bopping my arms up and down. By the way, did I grab my axe by any chance, or is it still stuck somewhere?
I'm not sure actually. Roll D20 while Lilith is tracking you. I need to roll on. Did not. It's just on the ground.
No, I'll have to come back for that later when I'm, not.
And me, I'm just being dragged away, and I'm like, what did I do?
You guys also notice
Hey,
that there are now policemen, kind of, around the area, searching the area. What happened here? And Bernadette's just like, well, we got attacked. They lost. Policemen just kind of look at her. All right. That's it. She just walked inside and they did not dare follow her. You have the impression that she may be a little bit scary.
You think?
Yeah.
She's a nice lady. She gives me food.
Anyway, they start bagging and tagging things, and Walrus, roll D20. Alright, cool. You notice one of them picking up your weapon.
Hey! Drop that! That's mine!
Drop it. Bam, bam, bam,
Can I just like reach into the shadow, punch the guy in the face, grab my weapon, drag it into the shadow, and bring it to me? Like, no! Make a
Oh my
picture,
god,
man.
this is going to kill me. Yeah.
Yay!
You don't have your weapon, and Lilith just sighs. Motherly instincts.
Yeah.
Alright, so
You just,
would you
like-
guys like to
you
do
just,
anything
like-
else in Vale here?
As
Nope.
we're
I wanna get back
going
to the-
away,
Mhm.
you
I
just
wanna
see
get back
Buck's arms going into the air. Ron and Lilith here is yay, like in the Edgeworld movies and stuff. Just like yay, and like completely idiotic moment for Buck as Buck just passes out as he's being drugged because his body's still in pain.
Hey, Pop.
Jesus Christ. Alright. So eventually, you're not quite entirely sure how, but eventually you guys get back to Vale, to Beacon, without dying horribly and painfully. And I'm just gonna say you guys are...
Oh shit, we got us an actual holy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We had a map last time, I think. Yeah, last year when we had the map. Wait. Is this our first? No, this is not
No,
first.
I
No.
never saw it.
This is their first time seeing the map. This is my second or third time.
This is my first time seeing this. Ooh.
Wait, is this the... Wait, did we just have to... Wait, where was the crossover episode? Hold on. Oh, you're right,
Like
because we
2
moved
episodes
to
ago?
we moved to Vale without doing Beacon. Right, okay, yeah. Sorry. I got very confused there for a second. Yeah, so I'm using this thing for the time being. Though if we need something
No,
bigger, we'll just use the bigger one.
Why are we in? Why are we in the headmaster's office?
Right. I can just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry.
I'm very
We're
worried.
professional here. Don't worry about it. But okay. So as you guys get back, do you guys bother to read the news or anything?
Sin, I am a young man. I do not read the news. I look at it like everybody else. I watch it on YouTube. Now, I'm gonna roll to see if I'm gonna.
But there is no YouTube.
Okay, so look, here's what actually happens, Sin. I walk into the room and just fucking faceplant.
What? What?
I legitimately think we've broken Sin today.
What
It
is
was
going
first with the
on
bang-
in this
I was gonna walk
episode?
into the room. I was gonna go into and was gonna work on my thing, but I walked in, tripped over something, and just face planted and died.
What is with this
I know
episode?
Sin's out cold.
I don't know.
Corin's not here. We
All
have
right,
no.
I'm gonna try to recover
Oh
from
my
that.
God.
I don't care. I got back up, and I'm pissed now. So I just go and flip the. We'll go over here and flip the table.
Lilith, you just watch Ron walk into a room, faceplant on the floor, stand back up, walk over to the table on the other side of the room, and start flipping over. How do you respond?
So wait, Ron's flipping tables?
Yes. Ron
Yeah,
went over
look,
to
look.
the opposite side of the room, face planted, went back to the
Okay.
opposite side of the room, and started flipping a table.
I just walk behind him, start picking up the tables before grabbing him and making him sit down.
Now, once again, I'm gonna see if I can work on my goddamn sword.
I mean, you can.
So she picks up the table. So since she picks up the table, I flop my big ass sword onto it and break it.
You just watch me sigh with Ron and just say, Ron, go to bed.
No, I must work on my invention. Can I actually start fucking working now? I don't care. Lucky sevens. It's higher than anything I've gotten so far.
That is
I look.
true.
I pull out the vibrator. I put it on I put it on what's left of the table. Actually, I pick up everything and I move over here instead to my workstation.
Wait, do you break that table too?
No, not this one. I put everything on it nice and gently, seeing what I did to the coffee table over there. I'm taking this table and turning it into my workstation. Okay. So-
Alright.
I take out the vibrating sword, put it on. I'm just, huh? I see.
You see what?
Exactly. What do I see?
Okay.
I see that it vibrates. Now, I need to figure out a way to make it not vibrate.
What?
If it had a solid. So I'm using that part of the sword, and I'm just taking the handle part that I've cut off recently, and I take the sword, and let's see, what do I do with them? I just start trying to jam them together, to try to make them get in there, fucking connect. God damn it!
Wars, are you still asleep at this point?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. No reasonable person would be able to sleep through this unless they were like dead. I just like turn my head in bed, look at Ron, just doing that. I like attempt to move my head because of pain. Look at Lilith, see the broken table, see the imprint of Ron's face on the ground. I look back at Ron, and I just go, and just conk back out as best I can. I attempt to anyway. Do I actually get to fall asleep?
Oh, one. Whoa, what?
I think you already rolled.
You do manage to fall back
yeah.
asleep. Painfully, and it feels like your entire body's on fire, but you do manage to conk out. Lilith, I think, is just tired.
Now, Sin, I have a mechanic, right? So
You do.
I can work with machinery.
Mhm.
So I'm going to use that in this role to add on to it to see if I'm actually
Roll
able
nat
to
20.
focus and get it.
Alright.
I was so close to getting.
You do
it.
manage to, start actually figuring out how this thing works for the most part. The vibrating metal seems to be able to channel force into it and then redirect it, although very weakly.
Sin, hang on. I found out how that works because as I'm banging it, trying to get it to connect, it just explodes on me.
Yeah, it starts to channel the energy, and it seems to go
Losing
through
my
your arm,
face.
which is not the most pleasant experience, but is an experience. Unlike with Adam, though, you can't make giant waves of stuff, but it does seem to channel,
Not yet.
hits and not telekinetic. What is the word I'm looking for? Something force. Lilith, you know the
think it
answer to
would be
this. When you hit the kinetic force, that was it. It seems to be able to channel
yeah,
kinetic
kinetic.
force through it. Hence the vibration.
Okay, so I might be able to use that. So, no, I would need to work with it and electronics and stuff. So, I'm gonna keep using mechanic. I'm gonna roll, see if I can figure something out here. Motherfucker, what is wrong with this game right now?
I know
So,
the low rolls are
I
heavy.
put both things down, and I'm just sitting there. This is the thinking phase. Do I get inspiration?
Lilith, would you like to attempt to help him do what this thing is? You have no inspiration, by the way.
Nah, I'm just gonna sit here and watch him.
Wait, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear me.
Buck just tries to clap his hands to remind Ron of what he has done recently and see if that gives him inspiration. Do I even hit my hands together or do I just end up slapping myself?
You managed to slap the bed weakly, and by that I mean your hand is just kind of bobbing on the bed.
Hmm.
Ron, do you notice
okay.
this?
Let's see. Hmm.
You managed to notice the flopping hand.
Floppy. No, I'm not getting anything floppy. But wait. Floppy, I can't do nothing with floppy. But if it was hard, though, if I could find a way... Of course! Please, game, let me have inspiration here.
Inspiration!
Look, mechanic, I'm gonna say the mechanic lets me add a +5 to it. So
Like that
there,
idea.
inspiration.
Inspiration
and stuff.
achieved!
And I was like, yes, inspiration has been achieved. A current. I need a current. An electrical current, maybe. And I just realized, hey, I basically have a big battery in the shape of a sword here. Let's try something
That
here.
is true.
So I pull some. I'm just digging to the sword, rip some wires out,
Jesus Christ.
and attach it to the to the handle to power it up, and then I actually be relatively smart about this and slide it in there because I was able to make a blade hilt thing into it right away because obviously I knew I was
Yeah,
gonna
you're
get this
able to.
blade.
You know how to reshape things and rip things apart without exploding yourself 90% of the time.
Yeah, 90%
Probably.
time. Yeah, sure. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then I turn on the sword and I watch it go through. I see the sword itself just lighting up with energy, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm gonna go and touch it. Does it work? Has it stopped vibrating? No, it hasn't. That wasn't it. Maybe it needs more juice.
Oh God.
How high do I turn it up? I turn it up to a 7. Okay, let's see now. Does 7 work? 7 seems to have amplified it from times 10. So now it's at 17. So maybe if I just turn it up one more. No, hang on. Better not. I might explode. Now let's see. So I'm gonna touch it now at 17.
Oh my God.
Fuck that spot. Shit, man. Maybe a little bit too much juice. You turn it down. What should I turn it down to? From a. I'm gonna turn it up to 97. Here we go, boys. Now we're playing with fire. Woo!
The horse.
I get up out of bed.
Oh no.
Am I recovered?
You're mostly
I'm
recovered
just
at
cranking
this
up,
point.
boys. Let's crank this baby out. I'm gonna put it at full fucking force.
You get out of bed and you
I
see
look at
Ron
this.
as he
Maximum
grabs
amount of
his
damage I can
sword.
do.
He grabs what looks to be a dial. It's currently at a rather low setting, and you can see Ron's eyes flare as his smile grows, and he shinks it backwards, shoving it to full
Nice.
force.
Can I just run out of the room at Mach speed with my weapon and my pair of pants and a shirt? Well, yeah, shirt. Like my normal getup. As I run out of the room, basically butt naked.
Buck
Again.
naked.
Get it buck naked.
Loth,
it's
would
not
you
the
like
men
to
of the
do
fun.
anything to prevent this, horror? Loth,
I'm going to throw.
you gonna throw what?
What are you gonna throw?
A book.
Oh shit! She's throwing the book at me.
You can't throw a book at Ron. How is this gonna work? Hold on, how is this gonna work? Hold on. Alright, Ron, roll D20. Fortunately, your half-hard book throwing skills were not up to par with Ron's maniacal madman laughing skills as he, easily dodges it. And then he turns it higher.
This is fussy science. I shall have it now. The German science will not be stopped.
Ron, my boy, roll 1d20.
And thus, let's see, has my mad scientist finally broken through?
Oh, dear
no,
God.
It fucking explodes in my face.
You shink all the way, and you guys all hear vibrating. And I mean, vibrating to the loudest.
It's vibrating so
possible
hard that it's creating a sonic. It's creating a sonic pulse.
Yeah, it's vibrating pretty goddamn hard at this point. The entire room is practically shaking, and you're fairly certain Ron just made a bomb. Yeah.
Hang on, how much sin? I'm gonna roll another d20. This is to show how much faith I have in my idea. I'm kind of sitting there, it's like, okay, maybe I may have done it bad. I don't know. I'm gonna wait a moment.
So, by your intellectual brain of braininess, as you're looking at this, you realize the vibrating crystal is feeding into the, what'd you call it? The railgun? Yeah, the railgun, which already had natural properties, which made it feed into the crystal. So you now have a infinitely feeding into each other
Yeah.
vibration of
And
exponential
I see
quantities.
that, I'm like, oh, it's making an infinite loop and it's building off of itself. And I just created a self-sustaining energy source.
The
here.
problem is, it's growing exponentially. So, so yeah, that have you ever seen a logarithmic scale?
Hang on, Sin. I leave it there. I go run to the computer, and let me see. What do I pull up? I pull up fucking Amazon, and I'm gonna type in nuclear reactors. Here we go. I'll take these. How fast can I get it here in time? About 12 minutes. Yeah, I'll do. Okay, send. And I'll go running back over here. All right. So let's see. What am I gonna do with this in about 12 minutes? How long do I have before it goes bombastic? I got 8 minutes. Let's see now. Okay, that's
Christ.
The thing won't get here until about 12 minutes, so I need to go. And this thing's about to explode in 8. Let me see. Maybe if I take out this one wire, how much time would that add for me? Oh fuck yeah! Yes, now we're talking. Yeah, so now we can just.
Oops.
Hey, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I fixed it. Everything's fine. We're all good. We got about 12 plus 8. Look, I can't calculate right now. What is 12 plus 8?
Well, did she pass out? Lilith.
Wait,
Really?
what? Sorry.
She's so tired.
Oh, I bet I am.
Almost 8:30.
I know. For
What
most
is
people, that's
12
not
plus
late.
8?
What? What?
12 plus 8?
Yeah, I had yelled from across the room. I was like, "Oh, Lilith, what's 12 plus 8?"
20, you fool.
Oh, good. Don't worry, guys. We got 20 minutes before this thing actually explodes. And I'm going to get a nuclear physical reactor, fission reactor that's going to be handheld. It's going to come in about 12 minutes, so don't worry. Got this shit in the bag. So, Sin, I need someone to come. I need you. Wait a minute. Let's roll this back for a bit. I need you to make somebody that'll come and be from Amazon to deliver the fusion reactor to handheld.
So, Lilith, Rod just told you he made a bomb, a exponentially increasing bomb, that he is going to buy a nuclear reactor to contain.
You just watch me walk over to him, take away the computer.
No, wait, you don't understand. I seriously, we need that to go through. You don't understand. Please.
Ron, you got 5 minutes to
Please don't
explain
take away my
yourself.
toys.
5 minutes to explain yourself.
Okay, so look, this thing has a crystal in it that is taking up a lot of electrical currents right now, and my sword is releasing basically a pulse wave that is feeding into the crystal. The crystal's reacting with it and feeding back into it, so it's creating like a continuous loop. And if I don't find some way to break the loop, which is what the nuclear reactor fission handheld is for. The thing might explode. I bought us about 20 minutes. The thing's gonna be delivered in about 12 minutes.
Just don't kill us. I walk
Well, don't worry.
over.
As soon as it gets here, it'll
yeah.
easily be fixed.
Not entirely
Just
sure if
pull
they
a
have
fire
nuclear
onto
in
the
this
door.
world.
Look, I just use nuclear as a way to summarize the most powerful thing in existence at the moment.
Well, what you get is, you want. What you get is a person who walks in. I'm gonna use you know what? I'm gonna use this buddy. There we are. You get this guy walking in.
Man, he's a big ass bitch.
He looks at you.
Yo, dude, you from Amazon? You brought me my nuclear reactor handheld?
No. You asked for. Well, you asked specifically for something that can contain something like this. I am a faunus.
The fuck is a faunus? I don't need a faunus. I need a nuclear reactor handheld. God damn it! Can't people in this world know what a nuclear reaction is? Fuck.
You see,
Fine. Hang on.
you see,
So,
I am
then
part
I am-
electric eel.
What the fuck that got to do with? Hey, wait a minute. Hang on, I'm gonna roll. See if I notice something. Yes, I noticed something. Hey, what's your suit made of?
Special metal that conducts electricity, hence why I'm electric eel.
I'm gonna need your suit.
Uh,
I need you to get naked for me right now.
well, do you help Ron
sorry.
here?
Dude, you're taking too long! I pull out the big giant mallet and just whap him on the head and knock him out!
Jesus Christ.
Good, thank you. Now I just start tearing off bits of his
Oh my
armor and
God.
stuff. And I take out my blowtorch. I'm still using this 19 by the way. I'm taking out my blowtorch and I'm melting it down, reworking the wirings and stuff, and I was like, aha, here we go. So I zoom back over to here. No, it's cartoon, it's comedy. It's comedy, okay? Don't worry about it. He's fine, I swear. Just ignore the blood, okay?
What is this?
So I basically, like, I hollow out whatever was in the handle at the moment. I slide that on in there. I was like, oh yeah, get it in there, baby. Oh yeah. Okay, I connect all the wires, and now, oh good lord, game, be kind to me. The moment of truth. Oh fuck.
You managed to have a semi-functional weapon.
Hey.
And it only
Nice.
mildly
So now
feeds
they
back
can
into itself.
Good.
You can,
So
however,
now I have
disrupt
a
the thing by slamming your handle against the sword. You're not entirely sure if this is good or bad or potentially dangerous, or if you could electrocute yourself or make it explode, but it works.
Yeah. Later, I'll fiddle with it, but for now, I have in essentially two different weapons. One that if I fix it right, I could slam the hilt back into where it belongs, and create an explosion. Maybe if I can somehow, hang on, inspiration.
Oh,
Good enough.
inspiration.
I make it to where I can, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, big brain time. So I make it to where I can slam the thing back into it, and the blast from it can be directed straight out the blade, like the arch, like whenever it
So,
like
railgun.
the arc thing. Yeah,
A proper version.
I have 2 railguns now. Yay!
You have a proper version of a railgun.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, before it was just like just a big blast of energy. Now it's an actual railgun style blast.
So, Warris.
But that's only if I take the That's only if I take the small sword out and
Charge up and then re-hilt it. That
charge it up from that, and I can slam it back in, and I'll instantly have a charge.
sounds so bad. Alright, so Warris, during this period of time where Ron was wrecking some
Totally
stuff.
not murdering this guy.
Totally, we're just going to remove the evidence.
Yeah, just sweep him under the rug.
What have you been doing?
Well, seeing how I ran out of there with my axe, new knowledge, and an idea with something that I caused on my own because I'm a jerk
Oh,
and
no,
insane.
moving after the thing.
As I walk down the street or down Beacon,
Mhm.
I grab I grab a small concoction of dust. I throw it into a blunt. I roll up said blunt, and I put it in my pocket for later. You'll understand why in a bit. And I proceed to take a ship down to Vale, specifically down to the building you were talking about.
Hmm?
Hey, Sin.
Yes.
Sin.
All right.
How high would I have to roll to Pinkie Pie myself over there?
I mean, you and Loth can just, try to find Warris now. During the time that you were experimenting with your weapon, though.
Yeah, but, okay, so then this is basically meanwhile, outside of the Beacon Academy.
Pretty much. Also, I'm pretty sure Loth is now asleep.
No, I'm here.
Oh. Okay.
She's alive!
She's alive.
Ron, why?
Alright,
She's alive! She's alive!
so to...
And like I said, guys, just believe in the German ingenuity.
Yes, you almost
If I
destroyed
learned
our
one thing
entire
from
planet.
JoJo, is that Stroheim was right, and that German ingenuity is the best in the world.
What?
All right, Sin.
All right. Anyways.
If you would check your DMs, you will understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but I'm being very random today.
Neat. Okay. So while Wars is doing, not Wars, while Wars is doing his fun thing, we're going to use, once again, these knights, because I don't have any other tokens. Shut up. This is creativity at its finest. Use your brain, damn it.
I mean, it would actually be fitting with the thing, as they would probably just reuse the same assets over and over.
Yeah, yeah.
Bold of you to assume I have a brain, Sin.
Well, I'm using it right now, so hold on.
Shut up.
Anyways, alright. So, you finally get down there, and you notice that there's, a couple people who are sitting there. You imagine they've been waiting for a little bit, but that's not surprising.
Alright. So, I walk in. I'm unassuming for the most part. Axes on my back.
Mm-hmm.
The special thing that I have concocted in my back pocket or in my front jacket pocket, because, I don't have sleeves.
Yeah.
And so I can't throw it up a sleeve. It's just in the pocket, very visible. And I walk in. Is it what is the surrounding I'm in? Is it just a dark room? Is it a big open room? Is it
So it's
just a foyer?
it's a rather large area. Imagine it was once used to do warehouse, shipyards and move whatnot. Right now it seems to be mostly empty, and it's kind of like one of those very weird gangster movies where it's like the big room and then the guy just sitting there with a single light over his head, smoking something.
Okay, so is it like, did I open up a big giant door?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a rather large
So I
door.
walk in.
Somewhat easy to move because there's a word, the hydraulics, but it's still rather large and rather creaky.
Yep. So I walk in,
Mhm.
kind of, I'm whistling a tune because apparently mute people can do that. I legitimately had to look it up because I had no idea if mute people could actually whistle, because I don't really know what it took
Yeah,
overall.
it's kind of odd.
That's an interesting thing. And I'm whistling just a tune. And I walk in. Do they close the doors behind me, or?
Yeah, the door slowly closes behind you. You assume it's from hydraulics more than anything else, but there is a guy sitting there with a cigarette in his hands. You assume that's a rather large cigar. It looks almost comedic, but he's sitting there and he gestures to the seat in front of him.
And I look at said seat. I look at him and I just continue to stand, but in a semi-sarcastic manner. Well, let's see if he takes it as sarcastic.
Does he? Fairly certain you're almost insulting him, and he seems to respond to you almost insultingly by saying, "Alright, have fun."
I literally just, I bowed in a I bowed in almost like a gestury way, trying to keep the mood light for an obviously negative situation.
One of the other people around you reaches over, grabs the chair, and starts walking backwards.
Fair enough. I think for the most part, and I whistle kind of a okay. I tried to make my whistle seem like a way for them to communicate with me in a sense.
Yeah, so he's like, "So, you may know us, you may not know us. We're not actually relatively sure. But what we do know is that you have a family member as your boss.
A family?
You also
Scratches
killed
his
one
head.
of our teammates."
Buck continues to scratch his head, and he stops his whistling and signs, "I did what now?"
It was a while ago. Let's see. Probably about almost 6 months ago. 5 months, maybe it was almost 6 months. He's like, it was a while ago. But when you first got here, one of our teammates died from a train raid that you had. With your boss, Silverberg.
Buck signs, oh, did he end up staying in my fog?
Yes.
Buck legitimately, without any respect, it's his own fault he died, should have been smarter.
You watch the dude who you imagine is a boss immediately grab a cigar and crush it in his hand.
Buck does not care. Buck looks at him legitimately. That stuff isn't deadly if you know what you're doing. You should have taught him that semblances can be deadly without the user actually being there.
Well, you
Argue.
see, we don't actually care that you killed him specifically. You see, he was kind of like one of our newer members. We don't really care that you killed him too much. Obviously, we kind of do. He's part of our family. But more importantly, you killed part of our family. That's the important part.
Buck stops his signing like midway through because he said that, and Buck goes, "Wait a minute." He signs, "Wait a minute. Are you more mad that we got the stuff, we got them, the merch, and you didn't because the member killed himself because he didn't know that he was in poisonous smell?"
No. We don't care that you stole the merch. We don't care that you killed him specifically. We care that you killed part of the family. You see, we have two rules in the family. Protect the family and kill the Grimm. You killed part of our family. We could not do part number one. This is important to us. We're seen by so many criminals outside this grounds. We're new here in Vale. We gotta keep up appearances. And you already broke our number one rule.
Buck puts his hand up. Wait. So you're endangering, Buck starts signing. So you're endangering more of your people right now by bringing me here of all of the. You could have. He starts signing. You could have gotten my boss, somebody that's a lot more stable than me, but no, you went after the guy who has no control over his own mouth. And Buck pulls out the thing, lights it, and puts it in his mouth, and starts to breathe, and he can see the the mist and hitting the ground in front of Buck and whatnot.
He raises his eyebrows. The rest of them step away. We don't care about your boss. Well, at least right now we don't. We care about you because you are the one that killed him. If your boss had killed him, we'd be going after your boss. If 5 billion dinosaurs started killing him, we would have gone over the dinosaurs. But you see, we have an image to maintain, and the boss is not quite here right now, so we gotta keep up images.
Look, I appreciate that you're trying to keep up an image. I can respect that as Buck, takes a moment to bow. But at the same time, you're going to end up hurting or killing, depending on how smart you people are. And by the way, as Buck looks around, and you see him snap off a bit of the flame and throw it into the darkness to see how many people were around him, more or less.
Hey, there's quite a few. Not a relatively large amount. It seems like you came here prepared, but not exceptionally. Probably because he saw what you did to the White Fang members. But there's a decent number.
Look, I'm really not in the mood for a fight. My body still aches. Maybe that's why you did it now, because you knew I would come immediately due to my Buck stops obligations as a person of Buck stops and pauses it for a second. Decent moral compass. And I'm trying not to laugh some, but more or less it's, hey, I have a boss. I was sent by my actual boss, to deal with the situation I caused. Look, I'm not here for a fight. It's more, you're breaking more of your first rule by trying to fight me. Just please don't. I'm really tired.
He reaches over and one of his companions pulls out a envelope as he grabs you, hands it towards you. Take this to your boss.
I open it then and there because, again, not in the mood.
It's a message
What's
mostly
it say?
from the actual boss, saying that they have more or less declared war on your family, on his portion of the family, either to overtake them or do whatever they can. As one of his members murdered one of their members, and by him knowing the rules, they cannot let this go unchecked.
You see Buck take the thing out of his mouth. You know, there's a little bit of fire dust, and you see that near the middle, the ice and fire dust meet. You see Buck flick it off to one of the sides as it probably explodes, knowing Buck's understanding of dust at this point. Buck looks at the guy, and you see him just put his face up to the paper and start blowing his actual mist. Does it decompose the paper?
Pretty much, yeah. Almost melting.
That, and he signs one last thing. That was a mistake. As he pulls out his weapon and starts clanging it across the ground in front of him, causing sparks.
The boss immediately stands up, grabs the chair, flips it onto the table, and looks at you. We don't take that kindly around here.
And can I, like, push my psionics through his mind?
Yeah.
I don't take kindly to threats.
Jesus. Let's see. Yeah, so immediately, and I mean like, as soon as he put that chair on the table, the rest of his entire party, which I'm going to say is about 10 people or so, immediately all pull out all their weapons, which ranges in variety from swords to guns to axes to, one of them pulls out a stick. Not quite sure what he's going to do with the stick, but yeah, stick. And they immediately start charging you. Him, on the other hand, seems to stay back slightly as he pulls out, I'm going to say it's also an axe. A much longer axe than you have, but it is a one-handed axe. And he leans on it.
Buck, like, okay, I'm weighing my options here. So I've been spewing smog for a while now, right? A few seconds. Enough to cover the area around.
Yeah.
As they all charge me, can I just, okay, one of the things that we originally discussed with this, with my nerfing of stuff, was that if I'm in the mist, I can move around freely inside of it due to Shadow Step being more or less nerfed. In this one, it's only ever powerful when it's for comedic effect outside of a fight. But since I'm inside my mist, I can move freely, correct?
You can, but if your mist does go up in flames or anything else, you also take that damage, since you are inside of it,
Fair
essentially.
enough.
But you are more or
As
less
his
able to move freely.
Minions move forward, and how far, near him is the mist at this point?
How far is the mist?
Yeah, like, how far along is it?
It's gotten to, at least around 4 feet around you. Most of the enemies around you are, within the 4 feet radius, since they're all grouping up on you at the same time.
Fair enough. Can I, get to the edge, step out of it, and just pop some fire dust and throw it behind me as a way to deal with them?
Sure. Let's see. Most of them seem to go down. At least 4 of them are still standing. I noticed that they are relatively burned. The rest of them are either unconscious or struggling to get back onto their feet.
Look, I don't like killing. The reason your guy died was because he didn't realize what was going on to his body. You need to, if you want your people to live, I have no control over this. Do you think I like having my mouth open anymore? I'm a mute to begin with. I don't open my mouth unless I have to, buddy. And half the time I'm opening my mouth, it's usually to give off some random scream because my mind isn't working. No offense, I hate this semblance because I have no control over it. Your people die, that's on you, not me. Oh. Buck stops for a second before continuing. Wait a minute, this is way too edgy. Buck, legitimately stops in his tracks and just, puts his weapon on the ground for a second and just sits there as he's in front of this guy just looking at him.
He looks at you with a very odd face.
Buck stops, puts his weapon down, looks at him, and he, puts his hands together and is do you think this is a bit too edgy? I think this is a bit too edgy. What do you think?
Unbeknownst to the two of them, I had been up on the roof, because I'm guessing that this is an arch thing that with the pillars and stuff. I've been trying to hang on to the roof as best I can, trying not to fall off as I was listening in. The 13 was my luck roll. I'm gonna go ahead and just say I didn't. My luck didn't hold out, and I just fall.
Well, I'm assuming you just walk in the doors. Well.
What?
Alright, Lil's asleep. She fell back asleep, which is why you're here.
Yeah, she fell asleep over there, so I got bored, so I came to find Buck, and I saw him talking to this to this guy. So I was crawling along the roof trying to be like Spider-Man, and I realized, wait a minute, I don't have spider powers. Oh shit!
Can I just, like, as I'm in that stance, like, in that thinking man's pose while standing, like, I am posing, and the bottom part of my body sticks towards the guy, and the rest of my body just turns and points at Ron, like, hey, Ron, how you doing?
Jesus.
Do you think this is too edge?
Hanging
Like,
around.
as he does it, he snaps back into his pose, but his back is arched backwards, and he's, like, looking at Ron almost, like, upside down, with, like, the front of his body still put stationary. So do you think I'm being a bit too edgy? What do you think? I honestly need an answer.
Maybe a little bit, you know. I mean, maybe close your mouth because all the smoke around here.
Sorry.
nasty.
But you see Buck just, like, take his hand and shove his mouth closed because it's still kind of can't really close or open it properly still. And he, like, turns back to the guy with his, like, hand on his chin. So, you want to continue this, or should we stop? Like, do you want to help people? Because, you know, some of them could die from this. Hey, Ron, do you mind helping this guy get the guys out of here so, you know, they don't die? I don't like killing people. It's kind of against the rules.
So, what were you two talking about anyway? You know, I'm just...
Oh, they declared war on Corin.
Because, yeah, you know, I may have been crawling on the roof intending to listen to you, but I was just thinking about porn.
Yeah, by the way, this part of the conversation is only between Buck and Ron.
Yeah, the dude looks super confused at this. And
yeah, he just sees us just basically looking at each other every now and then and not actually talking because I've learned telepathy somehow, somewhere. I guess.
you learned
to communicate.
Waris's telepathy.
Yeah.
You learned how to communicate with me because I can hear your thoughts, so you just communicate with me that way. You don't even have to speak
Yeah, I
sometimes.
just think to you.
But he just looks utterly confused at everything that's happening at the moment. And most of his people have managed to get back on their feet. A couple of them are coughing, but most of them managed to get back on their feet. And he just kind of puts his hand against his head.
And so I turned to look at them, and I'm actually going to talk to him directly. He's like, yeah, you know, you guys might want to get out of here. This stuff could be very deadly.
Mm-hmm.
So we have seen.
Buck, like, turns, and Buck just is shaking his head. Yeah, and then he just, like, wait, we're supposed to be... Alright, we're supposed to be fine. Ron, should we, like, run or fight? Like, I don't really care right now. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I've learned what I needed to learn. I also have to go tell Corn that I may have caused a war, which he's probably going to punch me. Actually, no, Buck, like, slaps his hand. No, Bernadette's going to punch me for this. Oh. Buck realizes that he's losing his brisket.
Okay, look, I fixed the thing. As you could see, I show him my new katana blade, and it's like, check it out. I was able to fix it, get it to work.
You see Buck pull his weapon out of the thing. He's like, he points to the guy and tells him, "You stay there. I've got to go look at this real quick. I have to kick your butt because you're costing me my brisket." As he walks over to Ron and, like, inspects his weapon.
Yeah, see, I was able to get it to have, like, the inside the handle is a fusion reactor core roughly in a sense. It's basically siphoning all the energy that's being made by the crystal inside the sword here. And
you made an output slot, basically.
Yeah, basically in a sense, yeah.
Okay.
I also have and so now whenever I can ever get my sword out of the ground here, I don't know why I always seem to dig it into the ground. That's why I built this sword in the first place. So I was like, I have an attack option. But if I can ever get my sword out of the ground, I can slam it into the back end and then just have an instant charged beam.
Oh, okay, so it's basically a second railgun.
Yeah, pretty much so, yeah. Unfortunately, though, the crystal is kind of cracked, so I think I may only be able to use that, like, 3 times out of it until I can find a new crystal to replace it with.
Oh, okay. I can see. Balancing.
Yeah, gotta keep it balanced a bit. So I'm only gonna use that for really particular boss battles. Particularly whenever we run into those other guys from the other jump world. Yeah, I want to fuck his day up.
The dude stayed just, like, inside for you. He looks like someone just started talking to him about, God. Just, like, put his hand on your shoulder and stuff. He's just like, what?
Seriously, what are you still doing here, man? Get out of here. You can't be sucking up all this.
Yeah, Buck looks at him, goes, "Do y'all have any, like, air conditioning? Like, this stuff, like, my mouth is closed and all, but this stuff is still thick, and it doesn't go away unless you use..." Buck, like, pulls out some ice nuts and just tosses it at the guy. Like, use that as a respirator, man. You're gonna breathe in all... Actually, that's not a good respirator because it's still in the Just throw it around you. It'll go on the ground.
forgot.
You'll be
Did
fine.
I remember to take mine?
You notice that one of his guys has just opened the ginormous door. He's just like,
So Buck's kind of in between, kind of wanting to fight this guy, but also kind of just wanting to be kind of friendly because maybe he can defuse the situation. He's like, oh, by the way,
we aren't the bad guys. The other guys are the bad guys. We may be
Yeah.
thieves, degenerates, and just no good and just absolutely insane people, but we don't kill. Not unless we have to, but we don't kill.
yeah, Buck looks back at him like, again, he's like signing against Semi because he's having to jump between conversations. So he's like, and forget it. He's like, sorry about your guy and all, kind of my bad, but I have no control over any points at his face. This thing. So if you guys wouldn't mind, like, I don't care. You guys can say you beat the snot out of me to the point where I left and was crying and all that. I don't care about my reputation when it comes to most people. I'm just a runner.
He looks
Hey,
at
I
you
got
as soon
that
as people
reference.
start, walking away. He's like, we will discuss it with our leader. However, well, your Silverberg might recognize the name. I'm legitimately trying to remember the name. Hold on. It was a flower. And it was like
Orchid?
carnage. I knew I was
Orchid?
going to forget. Something is like...
Orchid.
What? No, it's
Is it orchid?
something that starts with a C, but it's like carnage. I don't know. I'll ask my brother about it later. But anyways,
Cauliflower?
Huh?
Cauliflower?
that sounds like an amazing name, but no. Anyways, but it's not too important what the actor name is because he remembers it. But the important part is that he mentions that it's sister. Insert name here.
Sounds like a camellia.
But yeah, he's like, sister,
Oh, no.
insert carnage here.
Carnage.
Don't remember her name.
Buck looks at him legitimately like, I have no idea who that is, but I'll relay the info. Oh, so, Buck stops. So, we still fighting, or is this all good?
Well,
I'd say this is all good. I mean, I need to get out of here because in about maybe another minute, I'm gonna probably die.
Buck looks at you and throws a respirator. I make those for my teammates. Put it on. It will help get the stuff out of your system. Yes, I've had to deal with getting it out of people's systems already. You'd be surprised how many times Bernadette's nearly
I'm
killed
just
me.
like, yeah, okay, gee, thanks, man. I take his advice and I just suck it in.
It's a respirator. You put it on your face, then you suck in.
Yeah, that's what he did. He sucked it in.
do you pull out the
And
respirator
then
first?
Yeah, he sucked it in.
He sucked the respirator into his face, more or less.
Yeah, he
Jesus Christ.
Look,
got
let's
it.
just not.
Anyways,
He's-
yeah,
yes,
so
okay.
he nods to you as he and the rest of his team start walking away.
Buck just like looks at them and waves. And let's see. Come on. Nah, Buck just like listens. Oh. He also quickly scribbles something down on a note. Hand this to your boss, by the way.
He grabs it and looks at it.
Just opens it up and sends a middle finger.
No, I'm typing. I'll have to type in what it is.
But he nods and starts walking away, disappearing.
That could also be like that one episode of JoJo where saying you're gonna love this. This guy gets a piece of paper. He opens it up and it's a blank piece of paper. It's just white. He turns it to the side and a fucking gun comes out and points at him.
I remember that episode, I think. Yeah.
You've probably seen.
I've seen everything
But
except for
I'm
the
just
latest
like-
season, so.
That's what I'm thinking. It would be like he's looking at it, he turns it around, and all of a sudden it's just some middle finger comes out.
No! Anyways, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this branch of insanity right here. Depending on how.
Stellar!
Yeah, depending on how Warris wants to not Warris, Corin wants to take it. Next episode we might be kind of exploring more about the family. but we shall see how all of this works.
And hopefully I'll get to use my new weapon.
I like for the entire comedic purpose, we dismantled that entire situation with comedy there in 11. She's like, am I being too edgy? Come on, what do you think? As Ron falls.
It's totally fascinating. And I think in 2 episodes from this one, so what, this is episode 8, so episode 10, you guys should have your first 4v4 battle, not with the villains, but with actual characters in here. And so I'm really excited to see how that goes out, because that's going to be fun. That's going to be the first portion of the Vile Festival.
Are we going to be fighting against another team?
Yes, you guys be fighting against an actual team of 4, and I think it's going to be Team Silver, SLVR, which is a fan-made team.
You know, Sin, you know what's funny? We are a team of 5 people, but our other member is always too piss-ass drunk to ever be a part of any of our events.
Yeah, poor
No,
Fire.
she's just gone.
That's just how we have to write her off, I'm afraid. She's just too drunk to ever come around. And the days that she does, they'll be monumentous. And also, all the damn times I rolled the thing, and I finally get a 20 at the end of the damn episode. What the fuck?
To be fair.
Oh, it was
All that
beautiful.
other bullshit I was going through, I was spouting comedy gold because I was just coming up with it on the.
Oh.
Never got a 20.
It was
God damn it.
beautiful. And Lilith has continued her method of falling
Her
asleep.
record?
Yeah, record of falling asleep. Good job, Lilith. Although, yes, we do this stupidly late, but, you know. It's only late for me.
I mean, it's about almost 10 o'clock for me at my time.
Yeah, it's only late for everyone other than me. Anyway, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, go check out the Villains series as well. They are more or less in parallel.
If you want an actual story, a serious
Yeah,
story.
I know.
Yeah, we don't. I'm sorry. If anyone comes here to the hero side for anything but comedy and just random funny moments or awesomeness, you're coming here for the wrong
series.
Yeah, go to the villain side. They're a lot more serious than we are on the hero side. At least when it comes to me and Ron. I think Corn's the most serious out of all of us.
And Lilith is just the actual, just sane person.
She's okay. Me and you are reactionary characters. Lilith reacts to the reactionary and the causer. Like, legitimately, we are not.
Corn is basically the story at this point.
Corn is the story. I am somebody who has some story, but also I will just completely break story just for laughs.
Yeah. And me, I'm just comedy.
You're the
comedy.
air quote main character.
Yeah. That's how he goes. My guy's always gonna think that's like, yeah, I'm the main character of this anime.
This anime. I cannot wait for this stuff to get animated, and your character is just like in the most anime-esque form. Everybody else just looks like doodles.
No, Sin. The opposite.
Oh god.
Everyone else is super animated, but me, I'm just Saitama. Just
You're
the most
always-
boringest looking animated character.
But yeah, we also are going
But
to be
when
doing...
the public calls for it, super definition.
Oh god. We're also going to be doing some other series as well. I know Roasted has a series that he's going to be starting up soon. And if you guys want to go check out in the description below, I'm going to post my Fallout Equestria series that I'm writing out. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, you're more welcome to watch. Or read, I guess. I think that's read. Yes. Yes. And if you guys want to watch the actual series that goes along with the fanfic, it's terrible. But do so. We like it. Thank you. Now.
You like it. I hated the actual series that the fanfic is based on.
No, we like
I want
having
to die.
people watch it.
Oh. No, I don't want you. I was so cringy. No. I was like the peak of cringe in that time period.
And for me,
No.
I love that. Look, Sin, the way I see it is that I love it that this is basically a spin-off based off of my character from that series. In a sense.
It's so lovely. Now, for some ASMR action. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have some fun times.
Would you two please stop molesting my ears? I have to wear headphones during this series because I couldn't hear you otherwise. Please don't.
We'll see you all next episode. I'll see you soon.
Arrivederci.